it should pop up on your phone, and then you know, mute it, to where it doesn't show up. But yeah, we live, and I have with me today the pleasure and the honor of hosting the brothers from Great Millstone, Lake Charles. I believe their YouTube page is called GMS, the Chosen 12 Tribes. Is that right, Akim? Okay. And yeah, so with that being said, as always, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect Akim out here during this fight, pushing this word with faith, hope, and sincerity. So yeah, I mean, based upon the title of this live stream, essentially what we're going to be talking about is that really, hey, this is it, man. It's time to lay it out on the line. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fifth quarter. A lot of sports events, go to 4 quarters, or baseball is the 9th inning or whatever. And so there's no extra innings. There's no overtime. There's no sudden death, none of that. You know what I mean? This is it. This is the time to lay it out all on the line for Yahweh Shai, and really for yourself, for the salvation of yourself, and for the salvation of the other Akim that you're out here fighting this spiritual warfare against, against the enemies of the Lord. So, that's really all I wanted to say. I'm gonna let the brother kick it off. Is there anything opening statements that you brothers want to make, concerning the actual title before we get into the scriptures?
Well, basically, like, I guess it's more of being comparing it to sports, because at the end of a game, you always have a winner, you have a loser. You know what I'm saying? So we basically want to prepare ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game is really coming. Jacob's Trouble, that's like the game. So we rehearsing right now, okay? By rehearsing, we're kicking up our faith, okay? Going through everyday troubles, trials, that's to increase our faith. So when the time comes to where it's no food to eat, you can say, well, I was in a jam, and Yahweh Shai delivered me out of that jam, so I know he's gonna come through again, okay? So kind of like keeping it spiritual, but at the same time giving it a sense of to where everyone can understand, okay? Not calling nobody stupid in that, but you know what I'm saying, just to have a better understanding, because you break it down into layman's terms to where people can, like, well, I can relate to that because I've been in a college football game, or I've been in a high school basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
and like that's just like Yahweh Shai and doing Jacob's Trouble, man. Hey, the Lord gonna come through clutch. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be no overtime. It's gonna be Yahweh Shai in that 4th quarter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, whenever you're ready, Lloyd.
All right. This is Genesis 22:1. It says, and it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. All right, I'm gonna jump to verse 9. And they came to the place which the Most High had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Most High called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest the Most High, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's
go break it down.
All right. That's just showing, like, how Yahweh Shem Shai, he basically told Abraham, slay your son just to show me, you fear of me. All right. And just like how we saying, it's gonna be no fit quarter. All right, you have to present your body as a living sacrifice to Yahweh Shem Shai and ultimately fear him.
Okay, and so go ahead. And like he's going back to the scriptures, like because it was either do or die with Abraham. It's either you do or die. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, well, look, the Lord, this is what you asking me, Yahweh Shem Shai. I'm gonna do it.
But the build up to all that was before he had Isaac. The faith he gained through his walk, with Yahweh. So it had to be that walk that led up to him going through things to build that faith to where when Isaac was there to be sacrificed, he would fully go through with it, So it was like you're preparing for this, and when you get there, it's crunch time, okay? It's crunch time. Either you're gonna come through because you've been practicing this whole time, or you're gonna drop the ball and lose the game.
Because it ain't no fifth quarter.
There's no fifth quarter. Basically, it's all on the line. What you gonna do?
Right. Gone. Yeah, because when you think about this truth, man, all of our forefathers, all the examples that have been set before us, Yahweh Shai included, the most prominent, right? He knew what was going to occur. Likewise with us, we know one or two things are going to happen. Either we're going to be saved and we're not going to taste death, that second death, okay? Or we may be sacrificed, we may be a martyr for Yahweh Shai. But what does the scripture say? That those who die in Yahweh Shai will be what? Raised up first. So like you don't lose either way. The whole point of this ministry is knowing that it's about to come to an end. Like the brother Kalab has said, listen, Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, man. Hey, it's literally, in the spiritual sense, it's 2 minutes away from Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? And after that, man, the mark of the beast and all the rest of the prophecies are going to be sped up. Okay. But the point going back to Abraham was he prepared himself. As scripture said, he girded up the loins of his mind. Okay. Because that's what we're doing right now. Through the Spirit, we're working out mentally. We're working out spiritually. This lesson that we're talking about right now, we had talked about maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe even longer, right? But the Spirit had us bring it out today to go to show how all the things in which we're doing in this faith are to prepare for the ultimate day or the ultimate hour of temptation, Because when you think about it, that hour of temptation goes to let you know there won't be a fifth quarter. This is it. So everything in which we should be doing should be, as scripture says, is pressing towards that mark. Okay. Anybody else got any other quick precepts? Because I want to bring this one out real quick, just to back up the brother lawyer.
Okay. It's one. If you brothers familiar with it, I know it's in the Apocrypha. Where it says, "My prophets that die for me, it pleases me." It's on those lines. It's on those lines.
Okay.
But it's a pleasing thing to the Most High when His prophets die for Him.
Okay. Well, somebody look that up, and then I'll bring that out while one of the brothers finding that. This is James, and this that's the Spirit, man. The brother GMS Feed the Flock brought it out as well. This is James chapter 2, verse 22. I'll just read it from the comment board. It says, "Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect?" Man, you know what I mean? So like, there's plenty of scriptures that talk about lip service, right? Scripture says, "With their mouth do they honor me, but their heart is far from me." And, going back to the analogy of sports or whatever, right? How many times have you stepped out there on the field, somebody bumping their gums, but they didn't have any works? And if you don't have any works, then you don't really have any faith. That's the reason why you can dog them. You know what I mean? Whether you're a receiver going up against a DB, or whether a power forward going up against some guy talking smack. The whole point is you have to have faith supported by those works. Verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled, which saith, Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness. And he was called the friend of Yahweh. So yeah, man, and like what we're doing as far as laying it out all on the line for Yahweh Shai, it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says, how does it go? So like I'm losing my train of thought, but the point being here is we have a reward in Yahweh Shai. You know, like we didn't give up this world and all the wickedness of this world just to say we did it. You know, we did it for a more righteous, more glorious kingdom that's coming. You know, so I just wanted to bring that out real quick. Anybody got any other precepts to add before we move on?
I got a precept. This is Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. And just going back to the topic of it, you know, like it's either you gonna lay it all on the line for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, or you might as well just be off up in the world, man, and you gonna just know that this thing of death coming to you. You know.
Okay, yeah, I got what you want to bring it up?
Because if you ain't in the spirit or trying to be doers of the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you feel me? You just like you playing ass back. You know what I mean?
And that goes not to tell about, but that kind of goes into not the ones who's not doing the works is basically the ones that's in the crowds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's either you in the game to win it or you in the crowds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody worry about the crowd, you know.
Yes. Hey, look, and you know what they go to like they go to like being that this is your Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai movie. You know what I'm saying? You got the star players. You know what I'm saying? And and you got everybody else that really ain't that serve their purpose, but they only mark for death. You know,
the multitude. Kind of.
That's the multitude that is born in vain.
Kind.
This is Revelations 3:16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So, and it's true, you can't have you can't be a half-ass nigga.
Well, you're not a nigga.
Israelite. You can't. It's no in between. That's why I say hot nor cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be all the way in or you all the way out. It's either you all the way with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, or you with the crowd. You with this team or you not with this team. It's either you gonna endure to the end and win this game with us, or is you gonna watch.
Yeah.
No gray areas.
Yeah. I got a precept to Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. And I'm gonna stop there, because when you're in high school, you have this drive, and your goal is I want to play in college. Okay, so you go to the weight room, you squat, bench, and you just like this drive that's just like nothing's gonna stop me from getting that scholarship to North Carolina or wherever I may go. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna stop me. You have this crazy drive, you know, and you present your body a sacrifice, because when you're in there squatting, you can wind up messing something up in your back, but you sacrificing your body just to accomplish the goal that you set forth. Okay, when you get into college, now your goal is I'm gonna get into this NFL or this NBA. I'm gonna train even harder, because I know it's other like-minded men training also as hard as I'm training, but I'm gonna beat them out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my mind frame. I gotta get to that top level. Okay, you're presenting your body a living sacrifice, but we are doing it in righteousness. Okay, that's why we pray, fast, go out on the highways and hedges and bring the truth out. You know, because that's our job. Okay, so when the time comes of Jacob's trouble, we're gonna be like, we've been preparing for this. Now you have people knocking at your door. I remember y'all was saying this. Time was coming. They were not partaking in the things they needed to do. Now they kind of want to linger on to you, but you've been practicing, preparing for it. So you're ready. You can't get people ready because it's no fifth quarter. You can't get people ready at the end. Hey man, you can't grow a beard overnight.
The game over.
The game, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna grow a beard overnight. You can't just all of a sudden, I'm gonna stop eating pork. But you've been doing it till this time comes. I know in the latter times, some of the elect men gonna be pulled in also, but still, you're gonna have a lot of people gonna be looking to those men that was doing those spiritual push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Precept upon precept and righteousness' sake through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and it's gonna be too late because all you can tell them is, hey, time's up. And it tells you that the tongue's gonna cleave to the top of some men's mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, or what can I tell you? You had time, then you loathed the law in that time. Now, game over, and you just stuck. Now you're gonna see your kids starve, you're gonna see your mother starve, or they're gonna get, you might see a bear coming down the street hungry to feed his cubs, and boom, your mom or dad got shredded to pieces. You know, those are the things that we're preparing for and having faith through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that we don't have to endure. Okay?
Done. Is there more on that?
It says, okay, that ye may present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is your reasonable service. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's your service.
Right.
You know, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're supposed to be, hey, bring it out. You know, I mean, don't be a halfway servant. Okay? Because we are, through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we are mediators. So you're gonna bring it out to the people without holding your sword back. Like, look, I'm gonna give it to you uncut and raw. This is the way it's supposed to be. Okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know, because if I do that, then you're gonna see a little way to slide in some BS, you know. But because that's what people do, they look for an easier avenue. That's why you have other camps, you know. They'll have a big, huge congregation because what women can be like, well, I can actually speak over here.
Right.
I can speak over here. I got a platform over here. I can say something. You know what I'm saying? Over there, man, they don't let their women say nothing. They don't want their women talking. Hey, but that's what the scriptures say. Now we'll get off on a whole nother subject matter by opening that can of words.
God. Yeah, man. I mean, because if you think about it, hey, that's a great point. Because I mean, what does scripture say in Revelation? The flock of my pastor are men. You know, unto you men is whom I call. So the point being is women can never be a part of this football game or, you know, spiritual game of warfare, because really it's a war. You know what I mean? We're putting it in the terms of athletics for brothers to understand the preparation in which you need to do in order to perform, to excel, right, in this task, to make your body a living sacrifice for Yahweh, right? Which is your reasonable service. However, we're also saying that it's only for elected men. So going back to the point in which the brother lawyer had made, everybody's not going to make it. You know, scripture says what? Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord. You know, you're going to have a whole bunch of sideline people, you know, wearing jerseys, but were you in the game? Were you fighting? You know, were you actually teaching the appropriate doctrine, you know, or were you trying to come in at the last hour, right? You know, and just clarification, there are going to be some elect men that come in at the last hour. However, they were already elected. You know what I mean? So let me bring out this quick verse. This is I got two real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 2. Verse, I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defeated. So yeah, I mean, what was the one thing in which we had talked about with Abraham? Abraham was imputed because of his belief, you know. So likewise, the reason why the men of the Lord are excelling out here on the highways and byways in this spiritual warfare is because of our belief, that faith in which Yahushua has given to us. Okay, that faith in which we're growing, in which we're flourishing. Okay, all through the inspiration of Yahushua. It says, and this is the point, verse 14. This is Sirach 2:14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? So yeah, hey, when the clock hits 00 at the end of the fourth quarter, you know what I mean? And like now, the chariots are coming in, you know what I mean, landing on the 50-yard line, you know, and you got all the angels, you got all the judges, all the prophets before you, standing before you. What you gonna do now? And like the brother Kalab had said, listen, you have plenty of time to prepare. So what's your excuse? You're not gonna have an excuse, you know. Real quick, hey lawyer, you got that
Rock.
So, could you bring that out, Baba Kushai?
I got it right here.
You got it?
Yeah.
I got another one real quick.
This is you want to run it? I have it. You know what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Sirach 43 and verse 30. It says, "When you glorify the Most High, exalt Him as much as you can. For even you."
Hey, start up in 29.
29. Okay. All right. This is Sirach 43 and 29. The Most High is terrible and very great.
Woo! So the point being here is this. You know what I mean? You don't want to F up, okay, for Yahushua, right? You know what I mean? You know how they have all these, you know, coaches that read and, you know, they'll chew you out or whatever if you mess up. You don't want to be in the quote-unquote doghouse or whatever, right? Hey, you definitely don't want to be in Yahushua's doghouse. Why? Because it said that he is fearful. What did it say? He's terrible. Salaki, go ahead and read that. Salaki.
Just and then I can say it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Most High.
That's right, brother.
But it says when you glory, okay, going at verse 29, the Most High is terrible and very great, and marvelous is His power. Yeah. It says when you glorify the Most High, exalt Him as much as you can, for even yet will He far exceed. And when ye exalt Him, put forth all your strength.
Hold that real quick. It says put forth all your strength, man. You know, so there's no excuse. You know, there's no fifth quarter. You know what I mean? This is the last captivity. Esau's clearly falling before our eyes. You know what I mean? Like the prophecies are being fulfilled. Shit, Sakari just went to jail. You know, hey, what more needs to be said or seen for brothers to excel, to give their strength over to Yahushua? That's it. Go ahead, brother.
All right. It says, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
Woo. Anybody want to add something real quick?
Hey, that's cold, bro. That's cold, bro. Wow, man.
Hey, lawyer, Baba Kushai, bring that out one more time, Baba Kushai.
God, it's a Sirach 43 and 30. When you glorify the Most High, exalt Him as much as you can.
Okay, real quick, how do you glorify Yahushua? Romans 12 and 1, right? You make your body a living sacrifice. You out there on the highways and byways. You giving diligence to make your calling and election sure. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, as much as you can, for even yet will He far exceed.
Oh, did it not say as much as you can? Yeah. You know, hey, this is the reason why we're constantly doing live shows, constantly in the scriptures, constantly communicating with brothers, you know? Like we want to get the hell out of Babylon, man. You know, there is a vigor, there is a sense of urgency about getting out of this captivity, in which all Akim should have if you're a part of this elect. Go ahead.
It says, and he will Salakia. And when ye exalt him, put forth all of your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
Man, that's cold, bro.
Never.
Man, I got a precept on that. All right? Got a
Go
precept.
ahead, bro.
Nah, you can never go far enough. So by you not being able to go far enough, I'm gonna go to 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Now you gotta examine daily. Like from when you get up throughout the day, you gotta examine yourself, man. You gotta make sure, am I reading enough? Am I praying enough? Did I fast today? Did I get into the scriptures? Did I do some breakdowns? Did I check on brothers? You know, did I do something for the brotherhood? You know, you got to do these things daily because it says you can't do enough. You know what I'm saying? What was the end of it? It says you can't
You can never go far enough.
never go far enough. Like, so what is that telling you, man? It's an open road. It's an open road with no end in sight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hey, come on, real quick. I mean, that's just like when you working out, right? You know what I mean? Or are you training, right? Like can you train like can you go far enough to where like you out train or you out lift? Like no, because if that were the case, you would just stop. So likewise with this truth, okay? You can never go far enough. That's why it's so beautiful the way it's set up. You know, it's constantly having you achieve more and more through the Spirit, or as Scripture says, to go from glory to glory. You know, but go ahead, Salakia.
Just bring it up.
Did you have more on that, Kalab?
that was it.
Hey, talk about you got that. Is it 2 Timothy 1:8?
1:7.
1:7. Okay, the water.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Most High has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, go ahead, break it down, brother.
All right, yeah, man, because in its truth, man, hey, look, the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, man. That's why we go on the highways and hedges and stand boldly in the face of the ones that afflicted us. You know what I'm saying? Because the issues of death belong to the Most High. So we basically have nothing to fucking fear except Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know? Because what the scripture also say that his angels is encamped about around those that fear him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gone. And plus, you know, you can't go out there on a basketball court or football, you know, field being fearful. You get your block knocked off, you know? You know, and don't the scripture say, seeking whom he may devour. How's the beginning of that go?
Be sober, be vigilant.
Because your adversary.
Gone. Right. So we playing against the spiritual demon Satan every day, man. You know?
I got it.
So you can't have a spirit of fear. You know, hey, the scripture says, man, Yahweh didn't give us the spirit of fear. You know? So that's something as well as which we're pushing out here, you know, this vibration of not being timid, you know? Like, hey, this is a alpha male wolf pack lion's den type of ministry, you know? It's not for the tender-hearted. Now, it is for the meek, but it's not for the tender-hearted, okay? You can be meek and still have veracity, you know what I mean? You know? But at the same time, too, it's not the spirit of fear. It's the spirit of power. Because we know Esau is as a roaring lion, man. A roaring lion literally is watching your every move, man. And that's your adversity, okay? So when you go into the scriptures, matter of fact, I'm going to bring that out. One of you brothers can bring out another quick precept. I'm going to bring up this word, your adversary.
All right, tell me what you call for?
Yeah.
All right.
1 Peter 5.
That's it.
Read it.
Right.
This is 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Okay, so he's seeking whom he can devour. Now, when we put that analogy to playing football, okay, now if you are running back, you have a lineman on the other side trying to get to you if you get the ball. Okay, now that's how Satan comes. Satan to practice because he knows you. So all the moves that you make, he's studying this on film every week. When his footwork goes that way, I know he's gonna do this. If he cut this way, he's gonna do that. That's how Satan knows us in that light. Okay, so the moves you make, your adversary is constantly watching you to see what triggers you and moves you in a certain, and you know what I'm saying, moves you in a certain way to where he can get you to go off. Okay, that's kind of like with running the football. You have a lineman, he'll look at you, he'll be like, okay, I know what he's gonna do. When he get the ball, and they watching the whole play, so that play set up, boom, he's there to meet you. You know, so that's why. Okay, that's why you have to put the whole armor on.
That's right, brother.
Like in Ephesians, you have to put on the whole armor. Okay, so when he comes with those, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes with, your woman might be pestering you a certain way, you'd be like, well, I know there's Satan coming from that way. And then you kind of block him off with that. Or it could be, man, something happened with my car. 3 of my tires was flat when I left this morning. You know there's Satan coming, but he's trying to knock you off. He's trying to knock you off your game. All right.
3 times, Zach? All 3 times, bro? God damn, bro. God damn.
Isn't that right? Isn't that one before?
Hey, that's the truth, though, man. That's the truth, man. Hey, that's a roaring lion. You know what I mean? Let me bring out this quick definition, man, and then I'm gonna hit the comment board, and then we'll bring out some more scriptures. This is the word here, adversary.
Strong's G 476. Antipikos.
It says opponent. You know, so everything that we're talking about, right? Everything that we're talking about, as far as battling, out here in the trenches of the spiritual warfare. Likewise, athletically, okay, you have an opponent. Someone that is against you, against the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, scripture talks about there's many anti-messiahs. You know what I mean? So like what we're really trying to prove here through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. 1, you got to prepare yourself. 2, you got to have faith. Okay. 3, you got to have Yahweh Shem Shai dealing with you, because if not, you're going to be devoured by your adversary, Esau's so-called white man. You're going to have 4 flat tires. Your chick going to leave you. You're going to be broke. Somebody going to break into your apartment, steal your chain, whatever the case may be. Okay? It says an opponent in a suit of law. Okay? So yeah, even in legal terms, okay, it's someone that is going against the law of Yahweh Shem Shai. An opponent. They trying to bring you to their law, their carnal law, okay, instead of the spiritual law. It says an adversary, an enemy, okay? So I'm gonna bring out a couple of scriptures here on the comment board, and then we'll get back and wrap up here in a minute. Let's see here. So like, this is because the brother had posted a couple of that I want to get real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 4. It says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. So yeah, man, everything in which we doing in this truth, man, we don't care if we get hurt or injured, or being put in jail. Paul talked about that. I think it's in 1 Corinthians. I don't want to misquote it, but he talked about through many afflictions, through persecutions, So what I'm saying is the things in which we're going through in this truth, likewise, in sports or whatever, it's about what? Overcoming, It's 1st and 10. Now second and 15. It's 3rd and 20. Are you gonna get a first down? We're down by 15. You know what I mean? And at the end of the second quarter, you know, now we are at the 4th quarter. Are we gonna give up? We're gonna throw in the towel? No. Okay. Why? Because it says, "For though he be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality." You out there feeling like can't nothing touch you, man. I know that's how I feel like, you know, when I'm out there on the highways and byways, man, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shemiah Shai is moving. You fired up in the spirit, you know, all week. You've been going through hell, dealing with adversities. Now you get to give it to these damn heathens, you know, 2/3 of our people. And you know, Lord willing, you know, seal the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Hey, that gives you full of immortality, man, because you know that the kingdom is nigh. That's that spirit of power and not of fear, you know. It says, this is Romans 5 and 3. It says, "And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope." So yeah, I mean, hey, I had just read the verse in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, that talks about woe to them that have lost patience. Why? Because patience means what? Suffering. When you're suffering for Yahweh Shai, he views that as joy. He's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I can deal with you. Because when you think about what happens before you actually play the game, you have what? 2-a-days, you have spring drills, you're working out. The week, you know, months before, you're in the gym, you're running the hills, you're sweating, you're laboring, you know. Same thing with basketball. You know, you got to run miles and miles, you know, dribbling with one hand, dribbling with another hand, eyes closed, behind your back, rebound, 2-on-3, 3-on-2, 2-on-1. You know, all these things are going to do what? Show experience, okay? Just like the apostles of Great Millstone. They showed the experience through what? Through patience, okay? It says,
Hey, y'all.
I'm not sure, brother.
I got it.
Nah, he wasn't.
Through the suffering. You need power in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you gotta take them in. It's a card what you did. It's a card what you did.
That's possible. That's not video.
That's because like, it's still alive. Like,
I feel like my hair would fall out. So that shit all like dry.
I just pick up that spirit.
Yeah.
You can just feel it. So what?
like we still on, but like it's still on live. The cards are not in.
He not in?
Yeah, he not in.
We are?
Yeah.
So we still up?
Yeah, we still are.
So, I mean, what we.
Because it's say love. I mean, what?
okay, hey, I'm man. Esau is a hey. Look, we ain't even gotta talk about it. Let's just finish the scriptures, man. This is hey, y'all can see me and everything, right?
Yeah, you good?
Okay, con. This is Barbarian Rebel, Hebrews 11:6. It says, "But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So yeah, look, when Yahweh Shah returns, man, he wants to see faith on the earth, man. How is he going to see faith on the earth? By seeing his men out there on the highways and byways pushing this word. Okay, but yeah, I mean, the whole point is you got to do what is necessary, the preparation, okay, for the kingdom. All right, you just can't show up in the fourth quarter and you ain't trained for the past, X amount of years. Esau gonna devour your ass up. So yeah. Anybody else got any scripts?
Yeah, but like you said, when he come back, he's gonna be looking for those top prospects. That basically prepared. Like if you go to like a draft or a combine, those top picks were the ones that showed the most, that did the most, because it showed through their works. Okay, so when he comes back, he's gonna be looking for he's gonna be looking for that pure gold.
Woo!
You're not gonna be looking for gold that still has partial impurities in it. So when you get pushed through that pressure cooker to make that golden nugget, you gotta endure through all that and become solid. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's not looking for no soft cats. You gotta be stern, bro.
That's right, brother.
Got the precept to back the brother up. He say when Yahweh Shem Yahshua makes his return, he want to see faith on earth. Those men that's doing, the works of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It's Matthew 24:46. Blessed is that servant when his Lord, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. And that's his elect men. That's enduring in this truth. And I had a precept for you whenever you said what you gonna do whenever the fourth quarter comes. What you gonna throw in the towel?
Gun.
This is Salah.
Yeah, but
I got it right here. All right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Because in this truth, man, we're gonna go through tribulations and trials. That's only to get us ready for that ultimate time coming, which is Jacob's trouble, to build your faith up. Because what you're gonna have when that time comes is faith. That's the only thing that's gonna keep you. You know what I mean?
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time.
Hey, and can I say this real quick? Like when you think about in any game, typically, what's the hardest part of the game? The fourth quarter. And we at the end. You know what I mean? So hey, this is the part where a lot of that enduring is going to occur. A lot of that suffering is going to occur, So I just wanted to throw that in there real quick.
And a quick point about that is like whenever say you in a track meet, and when you come around, say you running the 800, the open 800, and you make that first lap, and you coming down that 100 stretch, it look a long far away, but you know what I mean. Hey, to finish that thing, you got to give it that last get up. You know what I mean?
And then what comes in the fourth quarter is fatigue. That's when your true character shows. Because at the end, it's like, man, I hustled, I ran, I bust my behind the whole time for moments like this for me to shine through. Okay, and that's what the elect men should be doing. We should be shining through right now. When things look like they're getting at the toughest, that's when we be like, Yahweh Shem Yahshua got me through this. I'm not gonna even worry about it. I'm gonna just push forward, and I know He's gonna handle it for me. And that's how we have to be.
So and because and that's Yahweh Shem Yahshua allowing that to happen, because what the scriptures say in Revelations 12:12 is I'll just get it. He said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he has a short time. So that short time is the end of this fourth quarter, man. And so he's gonna come down with everything he got to try to knock you off your game.
Gun. Hey, Esau coming with that all-out blitz. You know what I mean? Hey, but guess what though? You know what I mean? Hey, that's what we through the spirit and power. we know that that's coming. You know what I mean? Hey, that's the knowledge. That's that mind of Yahweh Yahushua. Because we were talking earlier how like there's different roles on this team. You know what I mean? So it's not just about, you know, going out there and be like, all right, I'm a showboat. You know what I mean? Like, no, man, hey, this is a team effort. You know, so when he does come with that blitz, everyone knows that they have a responsibility, you know, because it only takes so long, you know, for that quarterback to release the ball. So all we need is everybody to work in unison, you know, for 3 or 4 seconds. Essentially, you know, spiritually, that's what we've been doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, but I want to back you up real quick, Tazadak, because you had brought out the 800, I believe. You were talking about the 800, right? You know what I mean? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse. Woo. I'm just gonna read the point, man. Verse 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize." Hey, ain't that a track meet? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a track meet, man. I mean, you know, spiritually, we all running, you know what I mean, to obtain that prize, which it says, "So run that ye may obtain." You know, and really that's what we're telling you through all of these athletic scenarios, you know, whether it be basketball, whether it be football. I mean, we ain't touch on baseball, but it's the same concept. You know what I mean? Whether it be track, you know, whether it be lifting weights, you know, all of these different facets hold the same type of principles towards what? Salvation. Okay. To where you can win the prize. That's the whole goal. The goal is salvation, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to add that real quick.
And obtaining that incorruptible crown, you know?
That's right, brother. That's right. I mean, if you think about the old quote unquote, what is it called, Olympics and shit, even though, you know, that was mostly Jake's anyway, right? They trained for 4 years or 3.5 years or whatever. You know, the Olympics were every 4 years. You know, we got the brother Yatazai calling in, man. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Hey, Shalom, I get about Shimei Shabarakata. Yeah, come. Hey, you a little cloudy, but we'll see how well you sound. I'm gonna ask Akim how well you sound. Go ahead, brother. Okay, Con. Yeah, because I think you called me on the WhatsApp. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's 1,000 times better, Akim.
Okay, I took the Bluetooth off. Man, Shalom, y'all about Shimei Shabarakata.
Shalom, y'all about Shimei Shabarakata.
I'm just now tuning in, and I was hearing the sports analogies, and you know how we get down to watching. Have y'all went into the spiritual gifts yet in 1 Corinthians 12?
Hey, we was just about to hit it, man. We was waiting on you, fourth quarter. Come on with it. I'll bring it out. 1 Corinthians 12 and 13.
Start at the top.
All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto dumb idols, even as ye were led. Wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaking by the Spirit of Yahweh calleth Yahushua accursed, and that no man can say that Yahushua is Lord, but by the Holy Ghost. Now there are diverse." Everybody on the team got the same playbook. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the team got the same playbook. The playbook is the scriptures.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are diversities of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are...
The head coach, well, I'm going to say the owner of the team is Yahweh. The head coach is Yahweh Shai. The playbook is the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? How many quarterbacks is on the team? You got 3 quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 of every position. You know what I'm saying? To add up to a 50-man roster, to add up to a count. Everybody on this team has to do something. You know what I'm saying? The running back blocks on occasion, but the offensive lineman, it's his job to block constantly. You know what I'm saying? The better your line is, the better chance you have at getting that proverbial touchdown. You know what I'm saying? But even if somebody, I'm gonna say with each position, you have multiple players that play each position. You know what I'm saying? You might have a receiver. That is that dynamic player. You know what I'm saying? But to balance that out, you got to have that tight end that can open up the field for him. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we doing on the highways and the byways, man. You notice how when you at camp, the spirit of the Heavenly Father jumps from brother to brother. You know what I'm saying? It's because we all coming from the same playbook. We all playing on the same team, coming from the same playbook. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's right, brother. This is verse 6. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same Yahweh which worketh all in all.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody on the team has to be in tune. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, how many teams gonna win the championship? Just one. Just one. And it takes all these moving parts working in unison, just like y'all saying, to get to that title. You know what I'm saying? To get that championship in whatever sport that you talk about. But that's what I'm saying. Our sport is our salvation. Our sport is to get the kingdom at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And all these different moving parts have to do what they have to do in order for that mission to be accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. If you want to commentate, go ahead and say something.
Hey, listen. Hey, I'm just following the lead blocker right now, man. I'm following the lead blocker, right? This is this is verse 7. It says, but the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit with all.
Not giving us the spirit and power of him and his son for us to be out there blessing, man, and out there playing. You know what I'm saying? You sit up here, you're supposed to be lining up. You know how you got the receiver, they got to make sure he on the line. You know what I'm saying? If he don't make sure he on the line, the rest of the team got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? We don't go through all these blocking techniques and drills and all that shit for you to be out there holding.
God. Verse 8, it says, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these worketh that one and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. For as the
whole point. All these different attributes have to be available for a team to dominate.
That's right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have these gifts, you're not gonna win nothing. You know? So when you get these gifts and you have an understanding of what to do with these gifts, you use them accordingly. Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says, for as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Hamashiach.
All right, and that's why I want to stop it. I want to get 1 through 12 just to prove, just to show you. You know what I'm saying? Going 1 through 12, those 12 verses just showed you teamwork making the dream work through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying?
Come, brother.
This is what we're dealing with, man. This is what we're dealing with. At the end of the day, it's 144 good men on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And these gifts are dispersed throughout that 144,000 men. You know what I'm saying? And with those 144,000 men, they gonna work, 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 and they gonna work some fucking more. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be cool with it, because at the end of the day, it's about holding up that trophy. It's about getting that crown put on your head, like he tell you about in 2 Esdras chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all killing it, man. Y'all killing it. I just want to, chime in. I just got back. Man. So yeah, man. I was excited when I seen that y'all was on live hooking up, man.
Hey,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see brothers from other states doing more and more collaborations. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It's too many of us now. Even though we're a small number, it's too many of us for this planet to handle, bro. And that's because we doing to the best of our ability what these scriptures are saying. You know what I'm saying? So with those spiritual gifts that we've been given, we free to give, and hope for the best.
Yeah, come, brother. Hey, look, you came in with the praise.
I'm gonna keep on getting certified, man. Y'all should have shopping around the thumb. The water for taking my call.
Come, the water. Y'all by shimmy out shopping around the thigh. Shalom.
Hey, just to touch on what the brother Yatazak was saying, it's like with those spiritual gifts, man, the Lord gonna deal with different brothers in certain ways with it, in order to make up that one body.
That's right.
And like the brothers, if they're not on the job, that means another brother has to slide over in for them, which leaves his position kind of open, which throws the balance off. It's kind of like a spinal cord. If all those spinal cords not lined up, you're gonna have a gimp in your walk, your back gonna hurt, or you're gonna have some kind of problem with your body.
That's right, brother.
It has to line up perfectly. I think the brother had a precept one.
This one precept. It's Romans 12:4. This is Romans 12:4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. So like the brother was saying, we did he was bringing out like on the team. That team on the football, when you have a football team or a basketball team, is one big family, is one big body. And the Most High didn't give this man the same thing as this man right here, like an arm and a leg. You know what I mean? It's
two different jobs.
Two different jobs. That's why I say all members have not the same office.
So they all attached to the same body, but a leg, an arm can't kick a football.
Just like you bring it back to like a car situation here, bro, or like in a track meet. You got one person that's good in that first leg. You got and one person that's good in that second leg. That third heat in that fourth heat. The Most High know he dishes out his spirit upon the brother that can handle this weight, that weight.
But the thing with Jake though,
that perfect balance.
Jake always likes to slide into a lane he don't belong in. Jake always want to be a round circle trying to fit into a square peg, man. You got that, man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that throughout like camps. You're like, man, that brother don't need to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just fall back and play your position,
Yeah, Khan. And one thing I like to add as well is that when you play your position, it's a part of discipline as well. So as Yatazak was talking about, the more you are in this playbook, okay, the scriptures of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, the more you understand the spirit. Because really it's not about any of us. It's about glorifying Yahweh Shai. So that's the aspect of discipline. Because through discipline, you're not gonna get in somebody else's lane. You're not going to want to outshine another brother because you know that we all are fighting for each individual crown. That's why scripture says in Revelation, let no man take thy crown. Because even though we're in the team game, it says every man that runneth a race must run his own race, roughly paraphrasing, So run that ye may obtain. So likewise in this ministry, we all have our different gifts, spiritual gifts, different offices, right? Different attributes that we bring to the table, but they only work effectively when you're doing your job and not another man's job, being accountable. Hey, what was that verse you brought out, Kalab, talking about examining yourself, right? You can't do somebody else's job. You can only do your job,
That's a lot, and that's part of being humble, And then it goes back to the scripture saying, let every man work out his own salvation in fear and trembling, doing your job, you know, and staying humble.
That's right. That's right.
Add a quick precept. Going.
Hold on, Salaki. Hey, it's a little bit more on that one. Hey, we gotta get the rest of that meat off that bone. Yeah.
Oh, that was you?
Oh, you want to keep going?
Yeah. Romans 12:4. Read down to 8.
All right. This is verse 5. So we being many are one body in Hamashiach, and everyone members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given unto us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy,
right,
proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth, or on teaching, or he that how you say that? Exhort on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity.
Okay, so going back real quick, I don't know if you brothers can see me, man. I'm fighting for light over here, man. The sun's going down. I'm fighting for light. But anyway, the point in which is being made here is this. Everyone has different roles in this ministry of this body, okay? The main thing is knowing your role and doing it effectively, okay? Because the more that you do it effectively, it says, verse 7, or ministering, let us wait on our ministry, you know? So either way, you gotta wait on whatever gifts. Like, all right, so for an example, the brother Kalab had made the example of when you go different levels in sports or whatever, right? You start at Pop Warner, right? You go to middle school, high school, but you don't go. A high school football player is not gonna go to the NFL. Why? Because you gotta wait on your ministry. You gotta be grown or developed in the spirit. Okay. So likewise, that's how you wait on those gifts to be developed. Then you can get to doing what? To teaching, to exhorting, to ministering. You know. So it's I think the brother Yatazak had said, even when you look at the analogy of football or whatever, right? There's 3D. You know what I mean? Typically, the two people that's in front of that third person has what? More experience, okay? And that experience flows down. So that's something else as far as in this truth, understanding where you are in this ministry, not as far as just your role on the field, but the depth of it as well. Because if there's other people in front of you, there's a reason why. Listen, take heed, watch, learn, develop, okay? Wait on the ministry of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, don't be so anxious to get out there and then fumble the ball, you know? And then now, look, you got to sit on the bench for the next 3 games, you know what I mean? So yeah, hey, that was it. Hey, can you continue reading, Baba Kasha?
He that ruleth with diligence, he that sheweth mercy with cheerfulness. Let be without.
Oh, that was it, brother.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, come. Yeah, I mean, just to prove the point, how we have all these many offices, all these many attributes on this team of Yahushua, you know, and everyone has a role to play, and depending on the spirit that actually that brings me back to another scripture. Anybody got something else?
I got one quick precept going into how y'all was bringing out how we all have our different work. You know what I'm saying, and our put to the body. I'm saying that you don't want to just work out, like just jump out there, like you're saying, referring to like the game, so that you won't be, you know what I'm saying, have to sit out. You know what I'm saying, however many games it might be. But this is 1 Corinthians 3:13. It says, every man's work shall be made manifest. You know what I'm saying? For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta know not only your work, but you have to know to what depth it goes to. You know what I'm saying? To where you be that pure gold. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure, like the brother's bringing out, you want to make sure you're real stern. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you get that gift, conquer it. try to conquer it. Try to actually be the best. If your position, and we're talking about a body, if your position is to be the heart, now the heart has a big job to do. You be the best at that position that you can be. Don't be slack in it, because if you're not pumping blood to where it needs to go, like blood, let's say it's going through to the kidney, you're gonna have a failed kidney. So you need to sharpen up in all aspects of your job so you can actually be that help to the body, you know? And it goes from like being a good leader to a good follower, you know, because you actually help the whole body by doing that, you know? My 2 cents.
Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I had. What was this?
That's Ecclesiastes 11.
9 and 10.
Yeah. All right, just to back up what the brother's saying when he said, if you're gonna be the heart, be the best heart you can be. You know, This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So whatever position the Lord gives you, man, do it with all your might, bro. You know, grind hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just to obtain that crown, man.
That's right, brother.
You have to grind hard, man. I mean, because if you don't, it's that rookie that's coming in that want that position. And if you put in that work harder, hey, you got, just like the Most High, he'll move you to side and he'll get somebody that'll fulfill that position, you know? Yeah. So don't be slouch, don't be slothful in your the job that you have, because you can be replaced. Like, man, many are called, but few are chosen. You know,
and that's why the Lord said, he said, refer back to the ant. You know,
gun.
You know, and I think that's in Proverbs 6.
Yep.
Refer back to the ant. You know, and that's how you should be in the truth, because the ant is a hard-working creature, hard-working insect. You know.
Gun. I got one more, and unless anybody got any others, you know, we'll wrap up, man. This has been beautiful, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shah, man. Like, hey, Lord willing, points were being made. You know, just understanding that we have a responsibility. You know, we have to be held accountable in this truth. You know, and that's why brothers are surrounding you. You know what I mean? If you think about the aspect of a football team in high school, right? You might have some JV players playing on the varsity or something like that, right? But those men, those seniors, those juniors that are on the varsity team aren't going to tolerate you bullshitting in this truth. You know, we're like, look, bro, we here to win the whole thing, all right? You know, you work out, you listen, you know, you take order, you take instruction, because those same senior and junior, you know, captains or whatever are taking instruction from who? You know, the coach, you know, Yahweh Shah, you know, from the owner, Yahweh, you know, get your playbook, read, learn your job, and do it to the best of your ability, and be ready when called upon, you know. So I'm gonna bring this out. This is Matthew chapter 20, verse 26. It says,
"Hey, check it out."
What's that?
It was Matthew 25 talents.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I was gonna bring that out, but hey, you know, the spirit, you know, I was like, hey, you know, hey, look, we didn't gave him the jab and the hook and the cross. Hey, if we go into the talents, man, hey, that'll be a whole nother hour. You know what I mean? God, brother. This is it's Matthew 20 and 26. It says, but it shall not be so among you. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. So I just wanted to touch on the point of what Kalab was saying as far as being a great leader. Yeah, hey, being a great leader means what? You know, you're showing brothers how to actually work in this ministry, you know, grow and develop, you know, study habits as far as working out, you know, their capacity to grow in the spirit. But it also means to be a servant. What's that one in Proverbs? If somebody can grab that real quick, the greater thou art, the more humble that thou shalt be. Roughly paraphrasing, but that's the whole point of this ministry. You know, no brother is exceeding that far enough to where, you know, he could not be deemed or someone can't point out any attributes in which he could work on. You know, and that's a part of us all being humble. Yeah, hey, because wasn't this Yahweh Shah speaking here in Matthew 20 and 26? Yeah, I'm gonna start at 25. It says, but Yahweh Shah called them unto him and said, ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. But it shall not be so among you. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. So yeah, in order to lead, you must follow first. You know, you have to understand what being a leader encompasses. Okay. Verse 27, and whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. You know, so just like with a baby, you know what I mean? Hey, look, you're not gonna let that babe come out here and, you know, try to start playing, you know, in a pickup game, you know, against, you know, the all-time greats. No, you're gonna be like, look, chill out, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, follow me, you know, just like a little brother does, you know what I mean? Follow your big brother. That's what we're doing through the spirit. We following Yahweh Shah everywhere he goes. You know, there's a scripture that says that too. They followed the Lamb whithersoever he went, you know, and that's what we're doing. We're following the Lamb of Yahweh Shah right now, you know. So yeah, did any of y'all brothers find that precept?
Yeah, I got it. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. It says, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, thou shalt
can you bring that one more time? So like it was a little distorted.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 3 and 18. It says, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh.
Woo! I mean, hey, I was about to say, hey, you can break it down, brother.
Well, you got to be humble. I mean, the greater you are, the more humble you should be, because you've actually been through a lot of things that humbles you, and you can pass that information or knowledge on to a brother that's under you, because you may see him going through a trial and you've been through that, and you can give the brother pointers like, hey, the Most High tried me that way. He had, you know what I'm saying, Satan tried me that way, you know? So do this and you'll get these results because I've been through it, okay? That's you humbling yourself. So you've actually been humbled by that situation, so you already have experience or knowledge in it, and you can pass it to the brother.
That's right. Anybody got anything else?
Death to America.
Right. Death to America. That's right. Hey, Mawafla Ball. Let me back up the brother Kalab. This is the one I was looking for in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 15 and 33. It says, the fear of the Lord is Salakia. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, we're all out here fighting in the spiritual warfare, you know, fighting for our crown, you know, fighting for Yahweh Shah, fighting for our brothers, you know what I mean? But while we're fighting, you know what I mean, we shouldn't be trying to overshadow or step on somebody's toes or trying to gain vainglory or none of those things, man. You know, Yahweh Shai is with the meek and with the lowly. You know what I mean? So, hey, with that being said, Lord willing, you brothers will edify, man. Remember, there is no fifth quarter, man. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is crunch time. You know what I mean? So through the spirit and power, the water for the brothers from GMS, Lake Charles joining, and the water for you, Akim, tuning in. We really appreciate it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. And as always, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone who teach and rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect Akim out here during this fight, pushing this word with faith, hope, and sincerity. With that, like I say, shalom. Don't drop the ball.